Wouldn't it be great if you could hire a famous celebrity or athlete to come to your business event? Well, now you can. Here's how to hire a celebrity or athlete to come to your business or corporate event. Remember, a celebrity appearance at your event can make it pop, dramatically increasing attendance, attracting potential investors, increase sales, and sometimes dramatically improving the long-term prospects of a business. Here's some do's and don'ts, though. The first one, if your event is informal or more like a party, that's a different video. Those are slightly different rules than for business events. This video is more geared towards business events. We're talking about seminars, grand openings, conferences, sales meetings, annual meetings, investor events. All of these are fair game if you want to hire a celebrity to do an appearance for you. Now, here's the most important ground rule number one. I shouldn't have to say this to business people, but we're not going to spend too much time on it. It's common sense, but very important. In all caps, please, please, please do not waste a celebrity's time with free appearance requests or even charities. Time is money for a celebrity, and it costs them a lot more than you would think to come to your event. They have much higher costs than the average person. Limos, hair, makeup, big wardrobe, security, all that stuff adds up. So for an average person to come to your event might not cost them that much, but for a celebrity, just showing up can be quite expensive. And the business of being a celebrity has overhead just like you do. As a business person, you understand that no one truly gets anything for free, unlike, quote, content marketing, unquote, or, quote, influencer marketing, unquote. There's nothing quite so fast as getting a deal signed today with a celebrity using good old cash. Even if you do manage to find influential bloggers, tweeters, Facebookers, and YouTube stars, the ones with followings big enough to move the needle, well, guess what? Yep, that's right. They want to be paid. So let's not berate this any further. You get the idea. You're a business person. Let's move on to some other ground rules for getting a celebrity to a business event and getting your deal done. Okay, one last thing. If you contact celebrities' agents for free things, you not only will not get past the gatekeepers, they will never return your calls in the future, even if you have a paid endorsement that you want to do. So very important to keep your future road. Don't waste the gatekeeper's time. All right, so let's move on to the next really important thing a lot of people don't think about in their business event. First, create your event first and then match the celebrity to it, instead of trying to create a business event completely around a celebrity. Most of the time in your contract, there will be a clause that states that the celebrity can reschedule or refund your money at their discretion, and these contracts are commonly honored. But that doesn't help you if you've already booked the hall, the caterers, and the franchisees all flying in from around the country. So the first rule is to try to be flexible and have 2 or 3 possible alternates. Celebrities' lives are a little less predictable than most business people, and things can change. That's just the way it is. This has nothing to do with the professionalism that most celebrities do have. They are consummate professionals, and they do everything they can to live up to what is expected of them, or they don't stay working in the business for long. So, moral of the story, match the celebrity to the event and have possible alternates, rather than the other way around if you can. And the next thing is you want to make sure that the following of the celebrity actually does match your business in demographics and whatever positioning the celebrity is known for. We have many ways to check into this, which you can find more about, but the most important thing is that that match has to be there. And also, sometimes people really want a certain A-lister when actually a couple B-listers they would actually do better at, because the demographics match better than the A-lister that they think. So we'll give you all your options on the table for who you can get, and we can pretty much get just about anybody. But on the demographics, we've had small business people whose primary customers are men want us to get Oprah for them. It just doesn't make sense. Not only would it not make sense financially, but the demographics are all wrong. So part of doing a deal like this is to make sure that all the opportunities are maximized in your event and that there's a long-term value to your business from the celebrity. And the right match is critical in this regard. So before starting, map out your tentative dates, locations, other entertainment, caterers, sound system, fixtures, banners, all the things you need for the event. They don't have to be completely perfect, but you definitely don't want to have to change the dates before finalizing your contract with your celebrity. Otherwise, you risk losing credibility with that celebrity and their agent. This could mean losing the deal. So be professional and have the right celebrity. Many celebrities also are managed by the same agency or agent. So do your homework, be prepared. You're going to stand a much better chance of actually getting your deal inked. Now, at the event itself, let's talk a little bit about the sound system. If you want to have the celebrity give or get an award, say a few words, do a live interview, or to be a keynote speaker at your event, there's one thing all of these things have in common: good audio and a sound system. Please do not just rely on whatever the venue usually provides. Make sure you have a professional sound or video company with references take care of this for you. Nothing is worse than microphone feedback or finding out later that the video didn't record or that people can't hear the remarks the celebrity made. And this is an area that will be your responsibility. Photos and videos from the event are often one of the most important long-term values from doing one of these deals. And if you do this right, you will be able to leverage this extra credibility for your business for literally years, maybe decades to come. So don't be short-sighted and fail to make sure you have future sales and public relations material. There are many things to do in getting an event together, and that sound system can really be overlooked. Think of it as a potential business asset with potential future value and treat it as such. Photos, videos using the celebrity's likeness in future promotions need to be put into your contract and will be a separate point. So do not forget this. But it's useless to have something in the contract, pay for it, then not be able to take advantage of it because of poor advanced planning on your part. You get one shot at this to do the video and audio right at your event, so don't blow it. Now the next thing is there's actually multiple locations that you need to think of in most business events. And most people think of the main stage sound system, if the event has a stage, and then they forget that there might be another place that is just as good or better for photos, a meet and greet area, and things like that, where you can actually meet the celebrity and take a picture of them with your logo in the background. This area should have a smaller sound system, but also provide for good lighting and where the celebrity can be clearly heard and seen. There should be another more intimate area for photos that is prepared this way, in addition to the main stage or the main appearance location for the celebrity. Okay, now the next thing you're going to have to take care of that you might not have thought of is a thing called a green room. And the green room is a room where only the celebrity and the event sponsors can go. Generally, the contract will say what the celebrity expects to have in the green room. Green M&Ms? Maybe. Cristal champagne? Maybe. Pellegrino? Maybe. It's all up to that particular celebrity. It's kind of common sense. It will say what kind of food, water, anything else the celebrity needs, and this is usually written right into the contract itself. Commonly, the celebrity will need to change clothes, see how they look in the mirror, touch up hair and makeup, etc. There should be a bathroom, very common sense, but, we just have to say it. We've never seen a green room without a bathroom, and 90% of them also have showers as well. If you do your event in a hotel, most of them you can have a suite that's just for that. But depending on where your event is, if it's outdoors, you have to figure out some different ways to make this happen. But this is part of what the celebrity needs to look and feel their best for you and to do their part to help make your event a success. So most agreements will require you to provide this. And in hotels, that's why there's so many conferences in hotels. It's such a big business because there are nice little back entrances into all the conference rooms and lecture halls. And that's why you see so many different celebrity appearances at conferences. So depending on what type of event you're doing, keep this in mind. This is why outdoor events are sometimes the hardest to put together. Hotels are a great backup plan. They generally make the green room part much easier. But no matter what type of event you are doing, you will need to think of an area that can serve as the green room and will be off limits to everyone else. Now let's talk a little bit about security. C-list celebrities often have no security at all. Most often, however, the celebrity will have their own security personnel, and their cost is paid by you and is part of the contract for their appearance fee. This is why it is usually better to negotiate a flat rate instead of a fee plus expenses, since sometimes the expenses can shock you, security being one of them. This is part of the game, and security is a necessary part of getting your deal done. One other aspect of security that isn't mentioned is this. Make sure that your event accounts for easy private access from the green room to wherever they are supposed to appear, and also easy private access to the meet and greet or photo video area. This is very important. Now let's talk about staging, logos, banners, and signage. These things all need to be specifically stated in the contract. If you are going to be hiring a famous band to play, sometimes they have a rider which states that their logo, not yours, must be behind them at all times while they are playing. Obviously, the celebrity standing next to your logo, banner, or product can be a very powerful thing, and you want to make this count. Don't be afraid of asking for the celebrity appearing and being photographed with your logo in the background or whatever will help your business purpose, and make sure it's clear to both parties. Most of the time, the celebrities will be very accommodating, keeping in mind that this is also future value for you. Don't blow up by failing to get the items ordered from the printer, event planning company, fixture company, etc. in hotels and convention halls. There are also people that you will need to know that are doing planning for this. Make sure they understand fully the design and layout you have in mind. In working with many clients, we found most of them are not event planners, and we do see some of the same mistakes being made many times. Make sure that each place that the celebrity is going to be, that you have prepared the area beforehand. Otherwise, opportunities get missed. The minimum that you really have to work to prepare is the following. The green room, need to have that. The meet and greet area, that's a separate area. The photo op area, sometimes those two can be the same, that's okay. And then, of course, the main stage appearance or speaking area at a business event. You may also want to have a small, intimate, private meet and greet area where just the event sponsors or partners can have some one-on-one time with the celebrity, and this should also be prepared, thought out, and arranged beforehand. Let's talk a little bit about social media marketing here. In your photo ops and in the contract itself, you have to have this. If you want to do it, and if you put it in the contract and the celebrity agrees, you can have the celebrity post to their social media while at the event. This is a separate point in the contract, but again, you'll want to keep in mind the best physical space to use for this and prepare it correctly with the lighting that's important, backdrops, private entrances, exits, and security. So social media marketing can be very powerful and can also really boost interest in your event. Okay, now let's talk about the total time or time range for the event. Celebrities will not just stay there all day. In your contract or agreement, there's going to be both a minimum and a maximum time for the total appearance. So you have to be prepared beforehand with the event schedule. Be aware that the celebrity is there to do their job, but that job does not include waiting around for hours or staying there all night. And most contracts are pretty reasonable, but they can't make up for poor planning on your part. There will be a minimum and maximum time for the whole appearance, and you have to keep your event schedule run on time. You don't want to miss opportunities just because you've had poor planning on this. So this will be in the contract, the total time that the celebrity is going to be there and the total time for the appearance. It's flexible, but your job is to keep yourself on time and your event on time, and then you won't have any problem. Okay, let's talk about payments and contracts a little bit. With any of these appearance deals, you are going to have to pay by wire in advance. If something happens with the celebrity schedule, usually they have the option to reschedule or refund your money at their choice, not yours. There are exceptions, but this is generally how it works. No celebrity's agent is going to take a chance on having someone sign a contract, give a credit card, charge it back the day after the appearance. Escrow services are just a little too cumbersome in this business generally. They might be used in huge endorsement deals, but not generally with corporate events. So you're going to have to budget for this and be prepared to pay on time according to your contract. And if you think about what it costs to put an event together, this is going to be part of the capital that you're going to need before you put your event together. And you just have to keep this in mind when you're doing all of your planning. Okay, let's talk a little bit about legal now. This is one of our favorite things. Our lawyers want us to say emphatically that this is not legal advice. We are not qualified to give legal advice. How do you know that this is not legal advice? Because it's free. Legal advice you pay for. So anyway, I'm just going to mention a couple things here. Remember that under current American law, according to the FTC, the paid endorser-endorsee relationship must be disclosed. You can find more information on our site and links to what we think are the most important FTC documents that you should look at and have your attorney look at. We just want to make sure that you are not going to be in stripes. So make sure you have a qualified attorney to look over the contract. And for celebrity endorsements, there are a couple extra things that you need to know. And this is the first thing of this endorser-endorsee relationship. Part of the reason that big companies do press releases and events announcing an endorsement deal for a celebrity or athlete is that if the endorser-endorsee relationship is upfront and publicly known, the public isn't being tricked, and then they can make their own decision. This applies not just to events, but to the entire endorsement contract and any social media promotions. The absolute minimum, in our opinion, is doing a press release before the event, so you have something to show that you attempted to make the relationship clear before the event and any subsequent social media takes place. Again, this is not legal advice. You'll have to do your own due diligence for your locality. Let's talk a little bit about flexibility here, because we gave you a lot of do's and don'ts and told you a lot of things that you can't do. It's impossible in one video to generalize all corporate or business events, since some of them are quite large, some of them are quite small. All these agreements are not 100% set in stone, so we don't want to scare you here. Each celebrity or athlete can be a little different in the way they approach some of these events. All the information that's in this video covers you in a majority of situations, but don't be afraid to ask and clarify each point. And our idea is that we want to have you have these deals work and help get your deal actually inked. And we want you to make the most of the fantastic opportunity you have. So if you have any questions, contact us today and we'll be happy to try to answer them for you. You can find us at celebritycred.com, or you can call us at 888-359-4521.